Good evening, everyone. Namaskaram, bonjour, namaste, vanakkam. Respected guests, honorable speakers, teachers, and my dear friends, it is truly a privilege to stand before you today and share the stage with you at TEDx. I am Avyukt, and I am from PYP 5, Manchester Global School. And today, I want to talk about something I have grown up watching very closely. It is called entrepreneurship. Not the exciting Shark Tank version, not the fancy LinkedIn or Instagram version, and definitely not the dramatic Bollywood version. I want to talk about entrepreneurship the way a child sees it, from inside the home of an entrepreneur. From the outside, entrepreneurship looks very fancy. Business class flights, 5-star hotels, inspiring speeches, cool vacations, and a life that looks completely free. But inside the house, the story looks very different. When my friends proudly say, "We went to the movie all the weekend," or "My dad drops me to school every morning," I usually say, "My dad is probably at some conference." There are days when he is traveling or comes home so late that we are already asleep, and the next day, we leave early for school, and the cycle repeats. Sometimes, we go days without actually seeing each other, even though we are living under the same roof. Luckily, my mom is there to keep things running when my dad is away. Entrepreneurs are strict and a little crazy, but incredibly inspiring. And somewhere down the line, I realized that entrepreneurship isn't about the glamorous life outside. It's about the mindset inside. So that brings us to my home. In our home, entrepreneurship is not something one person does. It is actually a family mindset. My dad may be the one building companies, but my mom is the one holding the entire family together, while running her own business at the same time. Just last week, my mom, my little brother, and I traveled more than 7 hours to my grandparents' house, alone, because my dad had a last-minute business trip. We did not complain. We just adapted. That trip taught me something important. Entrepreneurship makes the whole family more confident, flexible, and independent. My younger brother, even though he is small, adjusts very easily. We are not just a family. We are my father's first and strongest partners in the startup called home. One of my biggest entrepreneurial lessons came during this accident I had in my previous school, which involved me having to get stitches on my forehead. Everyone panicked. The teachers panicked, I panicked, I guess even the doctors panicked. And of course, my mother nearly fainted. But my father walked in completely calm to the ER. He looked focused and steady and said, "You are strong. You will be okay." He also kept my mother calm, which I think is harder than managing any company. That day, I learned something important. Entrepreneurs do not stay calm because they do not feel fear. They stay calm because someone has to. Growing up in an entrepreneurial home teaches you some habits that founders share. Habits that children can also learn from. 1. They observe everything, whether we are in a mall, or a theater, or a restaurant, or even a supermarket. Where we see crowds and queues, they see opportunity and footfall. My parents call this the hustler mentality. 2. Health is non-negotiable. Irrespective of calls and meetings, workouts and gym time always happens. As soon as my dad gets home from work, he immediately takes off towards the gym. He even takes me along whenever it's possible. 3. Networking is their superpower. That's why my parents push me into violin, tennis, and art classes, sometimes more strictly than academics. Entrepreneurs believe that these help them meet people, build confidence, and understand the world beyond textbooks. 4. Languages and global thinking. My mom asks me more about French than English sometimes, because languages create connections, and connections create opportunities. I can already speak French, English, Tamil, Malayalam, Hindi, and a little bit of Telugu. My mother can also speak all of these. Fifth, math and financial literacy. One of the only subjects my dad properly helped me with is math, especially for Olympiads, because he believes that financial literacy should start early and basic math is the foundation for all of that, even though I screwed up my Olympiad, which is another story. Sixth, they dream big and expect us to dream big too. My parents encourage me not just to study, but to explore and create things that have not been invented yet. Growing up in an entrepreneurial home also teaches you that supporting them does not require big actions. It often comes down just to 3 simple things. 1. Understand that they cannot always be available. Their schedules are unpredictable. If they are absent, it is because they are working hard for the family. Second, honesty is everything. Entrepreneurs do not like guessing games, and time is a valuable commodity. So, whenever my brother or I do something wrong, we confess first. Life is easier, and clarity makes life easier. Failure is acceptable at home. It is a mindset. Third, entrepreneurs will move mountains when it truly matters. They may miss small things, but when something truly important happens, like this TEDx speech, or my accident, or something important for my little brother, like his first race in school, they somehow show up. But this also means that we must be careful about what we ask for. We learn to prioritize what is important and what is not. And that is exactly why I wait until my birthday to ask for that expensive Lego set, because for the rest of the year, my chances are extremely slim. People sometimes think that our life has always been like this. But no. I have grown up watching my parents work incredibly hard, often with long nights, tight schedules, and plans that kept changing. But they never gave up. Seeing their journey taught me that success doesn't come quickly. It comes slowly, through patience and perseverance. And that is a part of entrepreneurship that inspires me the most. When I look at my father, a first-generation entrepreneur and an exit founder, I do not just see a businessman. When I look at my mother, a successful online retailer, I do not just see a businesswoman. I see 2 people working very hard for us. I see a mother who holds everything together. I see a father who brings balance and strength. I see a younger brother who brings joy into the house. One day, whether I become an entrepreneur, or a scientist, or a designer, or a musician, or something the world has not invented yet, what I will carry with me is this mindset. Because entrepreneurship is not a profession, it is a mindset. A mindset to work hard, a mindset to dream big, a mindset to accept failures, and a mindset to create. Thank you all for listening, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk about entrepreneurship.